can I have your attention, please? We're going to go ahead and get the program started so that way we can go ahead and start marching. Let me do that again. And if you are a banner carrier, can I get you to come up over here, and just we're meeting over here with this gentleman here, Frank Bonner. Good morning. So the weather seems like it's getting a little warmer out here, and glad everybody could be out here for the march. Just want to say welcome to everyone, and for the sake of time, we will go ahead and get started. I'm going to recognize all of the dignitaries and VIPs that are here that I see, and please forgive me if I miss your name. I've been looking around in the crowd. We didn't have anything set up for a formal check-in, but I hope that I've caught everybody that's here. We're going to have the elected speak for the sake of time, but we will recognize all the dignitaries here. So I wanted to get started with Congresswoman Julia Brownley.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful morning here in Oxnard, where we all gather together to celebrate Martin Luther King's leadership and his legacy. And I strongly believe that we have made progress because of Martin Luther King. When we think about civil rights or the Voting Rights Act, all the civil liberties, we've made great progress. But there's no question we have still a long ways to go. And it's so delightful to be here with all of you and to march today on behalf of Martin Luther King and his great legacy to our great nation and great country. Thank you.
Now I'm going to take a short departure on the program and ask our Ventura County Supervisor, John Zaragoza, to give a welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's really an honor for me to be here today to celebrate the legacy of Martin Luther King. One thing that we need to remember too, that is 50 years ago we had the passage of the right to vote, and also to stop discrimination in the voting places for our people. We must be vigilant and continue doing that. Put your hands together for that. I think it's important. The other day I had the opportunity the other day to come over and see a movie here of Martin Luther King, Selma, and the walk that they did, and the vigilance and people that struggled to march from Selma to Montgomery. So today we're going to be marching from Plaza Park to the community center, just the same way as they did from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama. On behalf of the Board of Supervisors, and I have my Board of Supervisor members here, Steve Bennett and Kathy Long, thank you so much, and let's march together. Thank you again. One more thing that I'd like to share with you that just happened this morning, and they told me to share with you, is that Bedford Pinkard had an accident this morning and fell. So let's put our thoughts together and our prayers together for Bedford Pinkard. Thank you so much.
And then on behalf of the City of Oxnard, we have Mayor Pro Tem Carmen Ramirez is going to welcome everyone.
Good morning, everyone. Buenos dias. I'm here on behalf of our Mayor Tim Flynn and the rest of the City Council. I do see our Councilwoman Dorina Padilla here as well. I'm not sure Brian or Bert are here, but on behalf of the city, thank you for coming to Oxnard. Our work clearly is not done. Thank you for coming out this morning. Gracias.
And now I will ask Hannah Beth Jackson to come forward.
Good morning. Good morning. So nice to see you all again this year. Every year about this time we honor Martin Luther King and his legacy. It's my hope that we will honor and remember and work toward that legacy every day of the year. And I also want to reaffirm what John Zaragoza said. Our vote is our voice. And 50 years ago, the fight so that every American could cast a ballot was had and won. And yet today, we still see in some states the effort to silence those voices. So I want to encourage each and every one of you and the young people who are here, as soon as they become eligible to vote, that everybody cast their ballot. It is the way we will truly change this nation to a place where, as Martin Luther King said, people will be judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. So thank you all for being here, and thank you especially to the young people, because you are the future, and there will be a day where we will remember Martin Luther King and wonder why in the world people had to march. Today we march in hopes that someday we won't have to, but we do today, and I join you all. It's my honor and privilege to be your state senator. It's my honor and privilege to walk together as one people. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to ask Doss Williams to come forward.
Good morning. I'm Doss Williams. I represent the western third of Oxnard and the city of Ventura, Santa Paula, Santa Clara Valley. And I just wanted to share with you this morning what, as a young man growing up in this community, how Martin Luther King Jr. changed my life. Not that he was still alive, but his words changed my life. Because just like what many people are going through right now, when I was a young lad, I had a hard time believing in the ideals of what America stood for. Not because they weren't good ideals, but because I saw such a difference between the reality on the ground for me as a young brown man and the ideal. And I want to tell you today, do not give up hope on that ideal. When I read those words of Martin Luther King Jr., I realized he was right. America is not a dream fulfilled. America is a dream that we must fulfill. That we fulfill it by participating in that inevitable march towards justice. And that we should not lose faith because this country has not yet fulfilled those ideals, but we must redouble our efforts to make sure that the reality on the ground for our young people matches those ideals. So do not give up those ideals. Do not give up hope. We will make those ideals a reality. We will make that dream a reality. Thank you, folks.
Now I'd like to ask Jackie Irwin to come forward, please.
Hi, I'm Jackie Irwin, and I am your newly elected assembly member for the 44th District. Very proud to be here. It is so great to see such a crowd today, and I just wanted to let you know, Doss and I, on Thursday, we proclaimed today Martin Luther King Day, and the Black Caucus gave us a beautiful book of Martin Luther King quotes from 50 years ago. He was an incredible, inspirational man, and the civil rights movement has come so far because of the work of so many people. But when you look at what's happening today, you realize subtly we have much further to go. So it is so important that we're all out here today, that we're all marching, and that we all remember that we still have big strides to make. And again, I want to thank everybody that invited us here and organized the march today, and thank you for inviting me to speak.
Now I'd like to ask Ventura County Supervisor Steve Bennett to come forward, please.
Thank you very much. I'll be very brief. Just two things. One, just recently in France, they had a march as a result of the terrorist attack that they had on the cartoonists there. And a young lady was there at that march, and she arrived at my house yesterday after a long flight from France. And the first thing that she wanted to do, she said, I want to come to the Martin Luther King March here in Oxnard. So she's right there. Pauline, put your hand up, please, right? All right. So And the second thing is, I really want to take a moment, and I think we all should, to thank the organizers that every year give all the rest of us this opportunity to so appropriately remember the efforts of Martin Luther King and all the other marchers 50 years ago in terms of this. So thank you to the Everetts and all of the other organizers that pull this off. We really appreciate it.
So I hope I have cut all the elected officials. Is there anybody here that would like to speak in that category, in that group? Okay, let me go ahead and start recognizing the people I see. I don't have this in any particular order, please forgive me. But let me start off with Oxnard City Manager Greg Nyhoff. Oh, there he is. Okay, he's right over there. And then we have Ventura County Supervisor Kathy Long. And then I have former Mayor Port Hueneme Tony Vellante. And then I have Ventura County Sheriff Jeff Dean. And then she was recognized earlier, but I have Oxnard City Council Dorina Padilla. And then I have Oxnard Police Chief Jerry Williams. And then I have Ventura City Council Neil Andrews. And then I have Assistant Oxnard City Manager Scott Whitney. And then I have Oxnard Elementary School District Trustee Ernie Morrison. And also Oxnard City Trustee Dennis O'Leary. Deputy Oxnard City Manager Grace Hoffman. Port Hueneme City Council Jonathan Sharkey. And Oxnard Elementary School District Trustee Al Duff. And then I have Ventura City Council Carl Morehouse. And who am I missing? Missing anyone? Oh, I'm sorry, Trustee Deborah Cordes. Thank you, Dennis. Why don't you come up here and do those for me then, since you know more folks than I do. Thank you, Dennis and Larry.
Dennis. Very happy to say that we have the superintendent from the Ventura Unified School District, Trudy Arriaga, who is here, and also the superintendent for the Oxnard Elementary School District, Dr. Cesar Morales, as well.
Okay. Missing anybody else? All right. Well, I just want to thank everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started for the march. And I need all the banner carriers to come forward that are going to be carrying the banner. If you can come up here so that we can get you all lined up, and then we'll line everybody accordingly.